One of my favorite microphone companies that I tell you about in my videos is running a deal right now. If you spend a certain amount of money, you get a free microphone, and that amount of money covers one of these. So if you buy one, you get one free. If you buy the dual transmitter so that you can have a 2-person interview, you can get a free microphone with it, bringing you up to 3, which is such an incredibly good deal. It is a limited time, so you need to jump on this, and we're gonna break down what you need to know about these microphones. Now, these are really nice microphone systems. They actually sent me 2 different systems. I've done videos on them before. I will link those down below. I'm gonna show you some clips from it, just so you know what you're looking at here, but go watch the full tutorial as well. It is comprehensive and in-depth and will help you make some good decisions about what you're going to be buying. Now, these are designed for cell phones, but there's also going to be a version for your camera. Now, I really like these, again, because you can buy the single version where you just clip it to yourself and you are recording on your phone or your camera. You're good to go. Or you can use the dual transmitter, meaning you have 2 microphones. So one for you, one for the person you're interviewing. And I take these with me to conventions and events and things where I'm going to be seeing people out in public so that we can be in 2 different locations. We can stand next to each other, but the audio still goes in at the same level for both of us. We're not sharing a microphone between us. So I very much like it. And because they're doing this deal right now, you can either buy one and get the second one for free, or you can buy 2 and you can get a third. So you can really do a lot of cool stuff when it comes to it, or have a backup, which I really like. They are very well priced and I really like how they work. So real quick, let me show you how they work.
Well, let me move away from my camera and you can see that my audio is staying just about the same. In fact, I can walk really far away and still have access to what we're doing with our phones. I can walk further than that, but that's a drop off back there, so I'm not going to go too terribly far, but I have gone very, very far away, the entirety of my yard away from my cameras, and it still picked up my audio with or without me being on camera. So let's talk about how this works. When you get your microphone sets, you are going to get a microphone you can attach to your outfits. You can either hide it or you can display it a little bit more, and you have a device that's going to attach into your cell phone. The set that they sent me, I'm calling the travel microphone. This is a little bit smaller, it is cheaper, it's easier to use, it's a little more lightweight, it's not quite as heavy duty, but it has the ability to go with you as you're out and about creating your content. The set comes with either 1 or 2 microphones, depending on what you ordered, and it just clips right onto your clothing. Now you can clip it this way so that it's on the outside, and the heavier side will be on the outside. It might flop around a little bit more, so I like to actually turn this around and put it right inside of my shirt. It's going to then allow me a little bit more control so that it's not moving around as I'm doing things. With that in mind, you can travel as you go. All you're going to do is tether this to the cord to charge it. It's very easy and it keeps a pretty good charge when it comes to these microphones. And then you have the ability to walk as far away from the camera as you want, and the ability to move around on screen without losing access to your audio. So this is going to give you the opportunity to go as you are creating without having to worry about things moving on and off of your audio screen and having to deal with that later on.
So as you can see, you have the ability to get far away from your camera. You can get really far. There's a good range on this, and it's going to maintain that audio. I really like it because then it helps to remove a lot of the wind as well, but it's really, really functional for how you are going to be able to record as somebody creating content for social media. It makes it really, really easy, especially if your phone or your camera is on a tripod, to just connect that without having to worry about other microphones or bigger microphones and all of the things. So I very much like the attachments. I very much like the devices themselves, and the quality is very, very good. So let's take a look at the ones that they are promoting right now. So this is a really nice version. This is going to, again, plug right into your phone. You can kind of see it's a very lightweight system so that you have a lot of ability to move with it. It's not going to pull your clothing down, or it's not going to cause a problem if you get the ones with the wires attached to it. So some versions have both just the lapel wireless mic. Other versions have the attachment so that you just have to have a little tiny lapel mic up front and the pack behind you. So they're wired and unwired, and you've got a lot of room here. So as you can see, the applicable promotions right there. When you buy one, you get one free because it's covered in the cost. The second one that they are looking at right now is made for cameras, so you can put it right into your jack in your camera, and you can kind of go through and do that the same way. Again, these are hands-free. These are wire-free unless you get the leveled up versions with the additional wires so that you can have less up front and that battery pack in the back, which is the actual microphone. I do not have the camera version, but I'm actually looking at getting it with this promotion because this is really good. And then they, of course, have this version, which is the version that I have, or one of the versions that I have, and it plugs right into your phone, it is fantastically easy, 164-foot range. And if I didn't mention this, there are no need for batteries. You can charge this up by just plugging it into the wall, which is so incredibly nice. And it is going to let you know kind of when it goes down as well, so that you can make sure you have that when you need it. And depending on, again, on which version you are going to get, they charge in different ways. So sometimes it's just plug right in. Sometimes there's like a little case that you're putting it in as the higher end one, a little bit fancier, but it's going to allow you to charge as you were going. You can just plug it in even while you're traveling. As I am traveling with these, if it is something where I have used a lot of it, I will be able to plug it in my car through my cigarette lighter outlet, and I can charge it while I am driving to go to the next location to film the next segment of something or the next interview for something. So it's really, really helpful for that. If you are somebody who travels a lot and you're gonna be charging a lot of things in your car, I actually found a really good device that allows you to extend how many outlets you have to plug things into. So I will link that down below as well. I've talked about that in other videos, but I cannot recommend it enough. It has saved me on so many trips as I'm charging my lights, my video lights, as I'm charging my microphones, as I'm charging my cell phone. Like, I can charge all the things while I go. I don't put too much in, but it gives me the ability, especially on those longer trips, to kind of rotate between my things and do multiple things at once so that I'm ready to go when I get to the next location if for some reason I have drained those batteries. So with these microphones, you do have the ability to plug them right into your phones, easy peasy. Again, I will link the extenders for you so that you do not miss out on those. These are really, really helpful. If you have a phone case on your phone, you can of course take your phone case off, but they're just extremely cheap and I just leave it right on mine. So for my transmitter, I just plug it right in and I leave this on it all the time. I don't bother taking it off unless I have to like fit it into one of my kits. That way I don't lose it, nothing happens to it, and I can plug it right in without having to worry about it not having plugged in properly. If you do not have an extender like this and you're just plugging it directly in, please test this on your phone before you try to record anything important and realize it wasn't in all the way and it didn't capture your audio. So these are fantastic microphones. I love them. I've worked with this company for a long time at this point, and I cannot say enough good things. These microphones have yet to fail me. They have done so, so well for me over the course of my content creation, especially when I'm out in public and there's wind and there's birds and there's people and there's things, and I have to walk away from my camera if I'm doing tutorials outside, photo shoot videos where I teach you guys how to do photo shoots. I have to get away from the camera. That way I'm not screaming into the camera as I'm doing this. And these, at these prices, like this is a lot cheaper than when I first started working with them. So this is really, really a very good time for you to jump on this because this is going to allow you to use this very easily. Now, I do recommend if you are the person who ever thinks you're going to be doing an interview with somebody and you need two of them, get two of them. But with this promotion, it's, spend $39 and you get one for free. They're all over $39. So you now have at least two of them, and having those two allows it to be connected to your transmitter so you don't have to go do a bunch of extra work to get everything synced up. So I prefer to buy them together instead of the separate and then try to figure it out later on, just to make life a lot easier on me and on everybody. I do recommend playing with this before you jump in. So now's the time. I'm going to go ahead and link all those things down for you. It is a very quick sale, so I would get on it right now if you want to get that freebie. I might want to get the one for my camera. I'm not sure. I'll think about it and let you know down in the comments below. If you got questions, go ahead and drop them right now, and we'll see you for our upcoming videos helping you navigate the world of your social media marketing, from your content creation to the tech you're going to be using to make this your most profitable year ever. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.